Hey everyone, it's Reed here, and I thought I'd show you kind of what's going up with the Keyhole garden since you might be curious. Well, I put up some stuff for the beans to climb up since they're going to take over everything, and they'll be happy to climb all up this, and got bean pods everywhere going on. You can see back here I've already got some red peppers. I've been picking some, and it looks like I'm going to have like 3 or 4 to pick today, and so I'll have a nice stir fry from all this pretty soon. And you see the corn is tall. It's taller than me actually, and I'm 6 feet. 6'1". Ask me what time of the day and I'll give you a different answer. But I vary between like 6 feet and 6'1". I guess you kind of shrink a little bit in the day from your spine compressing. That's what I read once or something. Let's see here, some other stuff. Tomato plants are making tomatoes. I got some big ones down here going and stuff, and more very tall corn. Now corn out here on the outside, you can see already see stuff on. We got stalks, we got ears growing and all that. This is called Painted Hill, and it doesn't get nearly as tall as other corn. It's sort of a dwarf corn, but it really produces. And it also doesn't mind the heat nearly as much. So it does well for me out here. Now the tall stuff in the back is actually a popcorn / feed corn that I've been playing with, and it does actually really well out here as well, and the chickens love it to death, and it also pops up real good. I'll show you how that stuff comes out too, but still working on getting variety that produces super well, but I'm pretty happy with what I'm making progress on. So if you can see all the beans going everywhere, they're just going crazy, plants. You can tell which ones are my seed because my seed's really grown really well. The stuff that wasn't my seed is just a lot smaller. It's just like this big. Still working on that. See, we got more corn over here on this side, and the beans and everything. Let's see over here. Okay, here's another bean plant that we put a thing to grow on. We stick the trellises on the outside because we don't really climb into the garden very far to get this going and stuff. And then over here you can see one of the, cantaloupe plants coming out through the outside. And then there's this one tomato plant that is just not doing well. And I got some beans planted right around it now. And maybe with luck, I will get this silly thing saved. It just needed beans right next to it, and I just did not get any to initially grow when I put it there. So my own fault. Need to have beans with a lot of the plants out here. One of the things I've learned is to get a lot of stuff to go well, like my tomatoes and stuff like that, they need bean companions. Who knows? You can laugh at that. Yeah, but the cantaloupe's going to take off. And you can see the pepper plants making stuff. I got some purple bell peppers inside because I decided to try a purple variety. That's pretty neat. These ones are going to be a red pepper and stuff. And this was a pepper plant I saw on sale, and I was like, I'll take it home and get it going in there. And it's actually set up decently. It's a little behind compared to everything else, but these Keyhole gardens will get going. Like I said, these things look like an overgrown forest if you're not careful. Now, this isn't the only other garden. I've got another garden, but it's not a raised bed. It doesn't do nearly as well as this, but we'll go look at it and stuff like that later. Although I was way behind on getting it going from work this year, so I'm only on the 2nd season, so stuff's just barely up. But I'll make it. I'll make it and just get a 2nd season planting. It won't be as good as the 1st season planting, but I actually get a hard frost here, usually in November. So the plants still have enough time to grow, and it's more corn, beans, and other stuff like that. It just won't be as big as the 1st season harvest. Next year, I shouldn't have this giant, crazy work project going on, and I will actually be able to get stuff in right on time. And so I'll have this going, and stuff like that. Now, for someone curious, this is a Keyhole garden under construction. Now, what I got to finish doing is setting up the rest of the perimeter and putting things together. I haven't finished setting up the forms to finish it up and level it off, but I have this filled with tons of compost, all sorts of stuff. And I usually start doing that the year before when I build one of these things, so I can just absolutely flood the soil that I'm putting in here with all sorts of nutrients and everything else. I'm also going to dump quite a bit of charcoal in here to get some biochar going in that. Really helps. All sorts of standard, you know, we got growth from last year, we've got all sorts of produce scraps, all sorts of things. And it should really help feed things. And I'll show you how the construction goes on that, and then I'll do one right next to it and kind of go down the line some more. And we're going to go up the line and everything else. This place is going to be filled with keyhole gardens and other raised beds and stuff. Well, I just thought I'd give you guys a silly little update on this one. You can see how little productive they are. And this one has problems, so this next one, I'm going to correct a bunch of the problems with it. So maybe this other one will even grow crazier. Take care, everyone. This is Reed, out for now.